Hey guys, Kyle Campbell here, and behind me is Thomas Edison's historic laboratory in West Orange, New Jersey. Now back in 1904, Edison actually had one of the first publicly available electric car charging stations here, and he charged 5 cents per kilowatt hour. Now, here today, in 2017, BMW unveiled the first of what will be 100 charging stations at national parks throughout the country. So let's find out a little bit more about that. Between battery-only vehicles, like the BMW i3 you see here, and plug-in hybrids such as the Chevrolet Volt and BMW i8, electric cars are becoming more popular in today's consumer market. And even though these EVs have longer ranges, they do need to recharge at some point, which can be tricky because there are very few publicly accessible charging stations in the US, and most of the existing ones are concentrated around densely populated areas. This is where BMW comes in, with its commitment to bring up to 100 charging stations to national parks throughout the US within the next year. I spoke with Rich Steinberg, head of product planning and strategy at BMW North America, about his company's partnership with the National Park Service, as well as the decision to use cheaper, slower, alternating current chargers instead of the costly but more efficient direct current fast charging systems that are being installed elsewhere in the United States. So I'm here with Rich Steinberg, who's head of product planning and strategy for BMW of North America. All right, so Rich, can you tell us a little bit about the level 2 chargers that are here at this park and that are going to be elsewhere throughout the country?
Yeah, we're excited to announce today our relationship with the National Park Service, where we're installing 100 level 2 or potentially DC fast chargers across the national parks, across the country.
Okay.
And our very first installation is here at the Edison National Park, which is of course appropriate because Edison was involved in battery electric vehicles almost over 100 years ago. So it's sort of neat that we had the opportunity to do our first installation here in our partnership with the Park Service.
Sure, definitely. And can you tell me what the difference is between the two types of chargers that you guys have, the ones here and then the ones that you use elsewhere?
Sure. Well, level 2 is the typical charging solution that most people will have at home or at work. We also have the level 2 stations here. There's also something called DC fast charge, which allows you to charge much quicker, almost 80% of the battery in 20 minutes or so. Those are in our i3 models, which you're actually standing right in front of, has the DC fast charge option available for that vehicle to allow you to charge quite quickly.
Sure. So for the chargers that are going to be in the parks, the AC versions, the level 2,
yes.
How long does it take for one of those to charge up the average car?
Typically, this car has a little over 100-mile range. It would take you about 2 to 3, maybe 4 hours max, which actually makes a lot of sense if you're visiting a national park, because obviously you want to see a few things,
sure.
And it gives you a chance to get from, if you're fully empty, all the way to fully charged during that visit to the park.
Sure. And in terms of placement of some of the DC fast chargers, do you put those in places that I guess make a little more sense for a quick charge situation?
We really haven't crossed that bridge yet, and we have to evaluate each individual proposal that's coming through the partnership with the Park Service to determine the proper location, the proper charging solution, whether it's level 2 or DC fast. We'll handle that on a case-by-case basis as we move forward.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate it. Well, there you have it. Hopefully you learned a little something about electric car charging. I'm Kyle Campbell, and I'll catch you next time.